Hi, I'm Megan Patterson, and on Valentine's Day, I had the wonderful opportunity to speak at a women's luncheon. It was awesome to meet and discuss nutrition with all these successful ladies. The topic was simple tips to cooking healthy for your family and help the moms lose a few pounds in the process. I have attached the brochure that was handed out as well as the audio of the speech. I first discuss how to make your freezer your best friend when cooking healthy for your family. Then we move on to shopping healthy and what to look for in the grocery store. Thirdly, I discuss eating out, what to avoid, how to order, and what options you have on the menu. Lastly, I answer some wonderful, intriguing questions and handed out some tasty, healthy cookies. For more health tips and healthy recipes, visit www.anewhealthylifestyle.com.
Like she said, I'm Megan Patterson. I'm from the New Healthy Lifestyle. And I was so excited when Jane contacted me to come and talk to you guys a little bit about how we can make little healthy tips in what you're already doing in your everyday lifestyle so that your families will still love everything that you're eating, but that it's going to be a little bit healthier and help you guys lose a few pounds in the process. So the biggest thing, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the little pamphlet that I gave you on the tips, I'll tell you a little bit about my background and what I do. About, 5-6 years ago, I just decided that I was not happy, I was not healthy, and I was overweight. And I decided that I needed to make a change. So the first thing I did was I work at a health club because I also teach tennis for a living. And I decided to work out with personal trainers. So I worked out for 2 years, 3 days a week with personal trainers, started running 5 to 7 miles a day, and lost like 5 pounds. And, it didn't work for me. And it was really all about my eating. And, so then I decided, okay, I'm going to eat healthy whole grains and all those things that all your doctors tell you that is the way to eat. And I lost 5 pounds. And I still wasn't happy. So I decided to start through trial and error, doing some different things with my own diet. I actually started working out a lot less and ended up losing 35 pounds. So it made a huge difference. Diet is the number one thing that will help you lose weight. I know that might be contradictory to what a lot of doctors say or, all that kind of stuff, but I can tell you through experience of all my clients and myself included, it makes a huge difference if you're looking to lose weight and really feel a lot better. Now I sleep better. Before I was not sleeping. I just feel healthier, and I'm, not shying away from all the pictures and things where I would hide my face and not want anybody to film me or anything. So that's a little bit of the background, but then I decided that I had all these people. Ginger will know, she was around during this time. She knew me in my larger days. That a lot of people that I worked with and that were my clients in tennis were asking me, well, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? We want help. We want help. And so a New Healthy Lifestyle was created. And I do personalized meal plans for athletes, for moms, for families, the whole 9 yards. And I just released a new book called 28 Days to Healthy. The theory is it takes you 21 to 28 days to change a habit in your body, whether it be running or diet or whatever you do. Yeah, whatever you do. So if you really want to make that change, 28 days is the way to go. And what it includes is 5 meals a day, tells you exactly what to eat, exactly how to cook it, grocery lists for every week. Anything from get out the pan to spray to butter, whatever. It's all in there, along with all of the wonderful recipes and pictures and all that good stuff. So if you want more info on that, it's on the back. But anyways, let's get down to why you're here. Biggest thing I wanted to do was just go over a little small tips that will help you on your everyday cooking that can kind of change things to make it a little healthier for you. Nothing drastic like get rid of everything in your cabinets. I don't believe in that either. So it's finding little ways to help you. The best thing I can tell you is, number one, making your freezer is your best friend. Okay? A lot of people will tell you don't buy frozen foods, don't buy this, don't buy that. It's all in what you buy that's frozen. Okay? If you buy fresh onions, peppers, zest your lemons, all that stuff, right when you get home from the grocery store, I go grocery shopping on Saturdays because that's my day off. When I come home, I cut them all up, put them in bags, put them in the freezer. So then they never go bad. Because the biggest thing about healthy eating is buying stuff fresh. And the biggest complaint that I always get is, well, I bought all this food and half of it went bad. So, that's the best thing to do. Put them all in the freezer right when you get home. I pretty much use, I would say, 60% in frozen vegetables. I buy frozen Brussels sprouts, I buy frozen broccoli, I buy frozen cauliflower or whatever, frozen okra. That's my new one. I've been doing that a lot. And I do a lot of roasted vegetables for side dishes. Little olive oil, little sea salt and pepper, put it in the oven. 30 minutes later, roasted vegetables. You just take out the bag, put the frozen vegetables on the thing. It's 10 times easier, a lot healthier for you. Just make sure you watch when you're buying the frozen vegetables that it's not like covered in sauce or, buy the fresh ones. And since they're packaged at season, when they're in season, they're so much fresher. So they're really good and easy to make on the side. I also make chicken and vegetable sauce, stocks, pestos, pasta, any pasta sauce, anything like that. If you make it, make a little extra. Put it in a container, put it in the freezer. That way you have it for whenever you need it. Okay? Same thing with, taking out like your meats and stuff like that. If you buy in bulk, sometimes it's cheaper, but make sure you're buying the right kind of meats. Put them in the freezer. They have it on hand. I always have chicken on hand, but I don't buy the frozen chicken. I buy the fresh chicken and then freeze it. Because a lot of the frozen chicken that you're going to buy is not as good quality. So, little things like that. Same things with, roasted garlic. I love roasted garlic on everything. So, I make roasted garlic once a week. When I'm making anything in the oven, I just stick it in there too, and then put it in the freezer. So, you always have little things.
You start selling that.
I know, roasted garlic.
The granola, the roasted garlic.
I know, the cookies. So those are some things to remember when you're thinking about, freezer-friendly options. Another thing is, the other thing I always hear is about, I don't know how to shop. I go into the grocery store, and it is true that you go in, and 80% of the grocery store is really not good for you. Okay? The first thing I would say is stay out of the aisles. If you can shop around the grocery store, you're doing a lot better for yourself than shopping all the way in the aisles. But make a plan before you go. Okay? Like I said, Saturdays are my day off. So Saturdays, I make kind of a rough list of what I want for breakfast, lunch, and dinner kind of thing throughout the day, and for the week. And then I make a grocery list and sticking to it. Not going, oh, well, that looks good, and that looks good, and that looks good, because that's when you get all this extra stuff, and then you think, I gotta eat it before it goes bad. Okay, so, sticking to a grocery list will help you tremendously as you go through the store. Prepping your food, like the freezer stuff that we talked about. Also, I grill all my chicken breasts on Sunday night, because I like chicken salads and chicken veggies and whatever for lunch, so because it's quick for me when I come home. So they're already grilled, I just put them in the microwave for a minute and I have my lunch. So quick, easy, and that's great for kids too. If you have kids sending them to school, if they don't, I don't know how many of you send your kids lunches to school, or do they eat at school? Okay, so quite a few. One of the biggest things I always tell is make those chicken breasts and then dice them up and send them, they have those really cool new lunch boxes that have all the separate compartments. Yes, those are awesome. Okay, but they have those, and you can put, sliced avocados, some veggies that they like, maybe some chocolate chips, and some chicken different stuff like that that you have already prepped. And so all you have to do is take it out, put it in there. It's a lot easier.